Hi, I'm Ning Yap.
Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome to Toast Out with the Yappies.
Hey Michelle, it's been a while since we actually met up with our audience again. What are we sharing with them today?
Ning, have you heard of the FIRE movement?
Fire as in fire? Fire?
Yes, FIRE. But this FIRE is actually F-I-R-E.
Yes, I know, but what does FIRE stands for?
It stands for Financial Independence Retire Early Movement by the Young Singaporeans.
Wow.
Something that we came across at the CNA commentary.
Wow, okay, interesting. So what about these young Singaporeans?
Okay, apparently these young Singaporeans, they aim to retire early, hopefully by the age of 40 years old.
Wait, just a moment. 40 years old and they want to retire? So what are they going to do with the years to come?
Well, apparently they are aiming to save at least 70% of their income. So then they don't have to continue to work until the age of 65.
Okay, but the thing is that they want to retire at the age of 40 and they want to save 70% of what they're earning. I mean, it doesn't equate to like enjoying their lifestyle.
Some of them may have to forego the frills of life, like maybe social gathering.
Right?
Yeah,
Wow.
but haven't talked about this. Just wondering, how much does he really need to retire?
Yes. I think there's something that a lot of people may not be aware. So maybe we can share with them because this is real hard truth.
So we actually came across this research by the Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy,
Right?
whereby they have done a research in June 2019. So just based on like the basic needs, food, transport, probably like some of the basic housing, basic healthcare, without taking into consideration emergency healthcare, or even like holiday overseas.
Okay.
Not to mention even just once a year or even once every 2 years.
Right.
Yeah, so just based on this basic, for a couple, they'll probably need about 2,351 per month.
This is like such a hard truth, but how are they going to save, or rather to have this amount if a lot of people are not even aware of this?
And we're just talking about this basic sum, right?
Right.
Assuming if they retire at age 65, and then our average lifespan is until 85 years old.
Right.
So you have a 20 years period without any income. So which means that you need to have a certain amount of savings,
I'm
right?
sure, yeah.
Yeah, and we just based on an inflation rate of 1.6%. Annually, so that adds up to be about 775,000 for the 20 years period in order to meet your basic need every month.
See, Michelle, if they want to retire at the age of 40, which means that they will have to double up this amount, and there will be at least 1.5 to 1.6 million.
Yes, because remember we talked about the inflation where they need to do the compound
They
part.
might need even more, right?
Yes, they may need even more, and this is just based on the basic. But we must say that these young Singaporeans have quite admirable attitude that they're thinking about doing
Salute
this.
to them. What about if we can, just a suggestion, because we do have a lot of young couples that just like you, having the thought of, the FIRE movement. They actually met up with us. We talked to them about what is to plan ahead. And we have this young couple, which we fondly remember. They are in their early 30s. All right, they got their first matrimonial home. Of course, the parents will usually say they go for the BTO.
Definitely.
Right? So, 1 year ago when they met up with us, all right, they were not ready because the home haven't met an MOP. So, when their home is approximately about 6 months prior to the MOP period, we met up with them again because they had a very deep impression of us when we spoke to them. We actually did quite a fair bit of their asset progression discussion, right? So we actually did a calculation for them and we gave them what we work out on the sales proceed, and they have a very healthy capital gain, about 250,000.
Yes.
Okay, selling their BTO.
Yeah.
And then from there, right, of course, with the 250,000, what can you do? So Michelle and I, the Yappies, we actually plan and suggested to them to invest in a private condominium.
But that's definitely after some prudent financial calculations. Remember, their cash proceed is about 250,000. So this becomes their seed fund for their next purchase. And
awesome.
definitely is something that is within their means.
Yep.
Yeah, and today they are definitely very happy because even before the condo mat is TOP,
Right.
they already make estimated paper gain of about 74,000.
That's amazing. I mean, if you put your money in the bank, I'm very sure, almost sure, you're not able to get 74,000 within such a short period.
Yes, and this is something which we are very happy for them that they have made the decision. And of course, this doesn't affect their lifestyle, that they can still enjoy.
And they're still going for holiday, they still have their favorite restaurants to go to. You see, when they had their first property in the late 20s, okay, so we actually help them to progress to the next stage where they start to invest in asset. And what we talk about when they are actually at the age of maybe like later part of 30s and 40s.
Maybe late 30s or early 40s when they are doing some form of progression in their career.
Yes.
They may think of having rather to upgrade to a bigger size property because their family size has grown. They may have children that's added to their family. So they will probably look at upgrading to a bigger size unit. Or alternatively, they may find that they may want to invest in the second property because that's something which will probably give them some form of a passive income.
So from that, right, we actually have some discussion on what are the ways to be like take ownership of the property that we can actually discuss when we meet.
Yes,
right?
Definitely.
Yeah, and then like what Michelle says, when they're family planning and when the children are older, that's where again they can have their asset rejuvenation.
Yeah, so let's say for those who are in their late 40s, early 50s, you may want to right size. You may want to, cash out from your asset.
Yes.
And that's something which can be discussed on how it will best benefit you based on your needs.
Yes.
Yeah, so as you progress upwards to become a grandparent, that's where you may be planning for your grandchildren, how you can help them to start off with their first asset in life.
Yes. A lot of our clients are really talking to us about this. It's really exciting to see them, having one cycle after another cycle.
And of course, like what we always mention, there's no right and wrong. It always based on your current situation, what is the needs that you have, the plans that you have, and financial prudence is very important. How we are able to ensure that you have a sum of money for your rainy days and not just fully invest in property. That's something to be discussed.
Right. And of course, we're hoping that the young generations can always meet up with us. Okay, we can have a discussion on what is the best way to enjoy the work-life balance at the same time, to also discuss your retirement plan because you're planning so early, which we are really very impressed. We are looking forward to hear from you all. I'm Ning Yap.
I'm Michelle. Until then, we'll see you at our next Toast Talk with the Yappies.